Jeremy out in the backyard with some of the coldest temperatures we've seen so far this winter.
Stacey, this is the coldest day we've had so far all winter, and it's the coldest day we've had since Christmas Eve 2 years ago, 2022. So this is quite the chill across the region, but even though it's cold, it doesn't stop some of our folks and pets from enjoying the time outside with all the snow that's on the ground. This is DJ. This is our own journalist, Mackenzie Auker's pup, and he just absolutely loves the snow. Stacey, don't you wish everybody could be this happy with temperatures like this?
DJ mixes in with the snow a little bit there.
Yeah, he really does, especially when he goes back for a long one.
But glad he's enjoying it.
Me too, me too. And down in Schuylkill County, she lives in Klein Township. They picked up 7 inches of snow there in the southern tier. That was one of the bullseye spots for the snowstorm that we had this past weekend. All right, I got another picture of Mackenzie and DJ here. Aren't they just adorable? What a selfie. I'm sure he really enjoyed himself in the snow, and maybe you're enjoying yourself too up in the snow on Montage Mountain or Blue Mountain. You know, any of the ski resorts that we have across the region, just make sure you're bundled up well because you can get frostbite very quickly with temperatures that we have across the region. Temperatures today woke up, boy, to 2 degrees in Scranton, -1 in Williamsport, -14 degrees in Selinsgrove. And although that's cold, it's not the coldest ever for this date in Selinsgrove. We woke up to -21 back in 1994. That was actually one date in Pennsylvania history that a lot of our cities and regions across the area had the coldest temperature ever recorded. So not quite as cold as it was on January 21st, 1994. Temperatures right now in the single digits for Thornhurst and Lopez, still in the mid-teens for Lewisburg and Elysburg, 14 also for Auburn. Temperatures today only got up to 11 degrees in Avoca, 7 in Mount Pocono. And that 11, that's 24 degrees below average, but not the record coldest high temperature ever for this date. That was 3 degrees set back in 1985. We have a cold weather advisory for the whole region and for the Poconos, for Carbon and Monroe counties, an extreme cold warning where feels like temperatures could exceed 20 degrees below zero. For the rest of us, feels like temperatures 10 to 15 degrees below zero. And those extreme cold warnings and cold weather advisories in effect not just for us here in the Commonwealth, but down through the Gulf states, where they're dealing with a snowstorm right along the Gulf of Mexico. Now here we have a weather impact alert in effect all day through Wednesday, all day through your Wednesday and into your morning on Thursday, when temperatures are still going to be well below freezing and close to zero. Of course, the impact frigid air, and you'll want to layer up as much as you possibly can. Have the gloves ready, the scarves, the hats, because you can get frostbite, like I said, in a very short period of time, less than 20 minutes with temperatures that we have right now. There's a live view from our rooftop camera at Montage Mountain. Current temperature right now just 10 degrees. Feeling like -3 with the added winds. Now the winds are not that bad across the region, less than 10 miles per hour, but even just a little bit of wind can shave off a few degrees off of the thermometer reading. So it's feeling like 5 in Williamsport, feeling like -1 in Renova, and feeling like 4 in Selinsgrove. We got clearing skies. That's at least nice, seeing a little bit of sunshine before the day ends. Taking a look at the bigger picture, there's the blizzard right now through the Gulf part of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Not often that you get to see that. New Orleans got its first snowfall since 2009 today. Pretty impressive. And we're going to continue to have clear skies tonight. That'll allow us to clear off and cool down because all of the heat is going to escape to space. So it's going to be even colder tomorrow morning than it was this morning. Tomorrow we'll start off with the sunshine. The clouds will fill in very late. Thursday we'll start off with the sunshine again, and the clouds will fill in almost like a repeat. But temperatures will get warmer as we get through the next few days. Tomorrow's the next day that we have the last day that we have temperatures in the teens, and those are your feels like temperatures tomorrow morning. Down in the -20s for the northern tier, feeling like -18 in Frackville. And same thing for Thursday morning, feeling like below zero with the added winds of about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We have the weather impact alert in effect all day through your Wednesday as a result of this extreme cold, dangerous cold. And Thursday morning too, when temperatures only are in the single digits. Finally seeing the freezing mark by Sunday, Stacey. But boy, we have a while before we finally do see it. Make sure you drip your pipes to prevent them from freezing.
Yeah, that's been the thing this week, is this prolonged stretch of extreme cold.
Yes, and none of this snow is going to go anywhere either.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Jeremy.